Hello and good morning. My name is Julia and I am so excited to be here with you on the mat this morning together. Today we're going to be doing a very short but very sweet full body stretch here. So we're going to take it really nice and slow. We're going to have some deep breaths and we're just going to make your body feel really good for the day ahead, whilst also connecting with the breath and setting an intention for the day ahead. So if that sounds good to you, get ready and started in a little comfortable seated position. So as always, you can seat cross-legged or you can seat onto the heels. Start to already inhale and growing up nice and tall here. And then on an inhale together, let's bring the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And then exhale out the mouth and drop the shoulders down. And then when you get there, start to close your eyes. And as we've just woken up, we won't spend so long with our eyes closed, as we've probably worked so hard to get them open and get on the mat. But just for a moment, check in with your body this morning. See how it's feeling. Maybe there's some little achy bits after an evening of sleep. Maybe some parts of the body feel really good today. Maybe you had a good workout, so you feel really nice and strong in the area you were focusing on now. If there's any tension, see if you can let it go. Just by bringing your attention and awareness there. And seeing if you can maybe soften in these areas. And giving yourself this short time on the mat to be really present and to be really aware of your body and your mind-body connection. So by connecting with an area, perhaps of tension, and mentally saying soften to this area, bringing your breath there and making it slow and deep. Maybe it can already start to slow and soften. And then slowly start deepening the breath. Inhale, growing nice and tall on that inhale, letting the belly expand. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. One more time, inhale. And big exhale. Beautiful. Bring your hands together at heart center. Bring your chin towards your chest, allowing that nice back of neck stretch to happen here. Dropping the shoulders away from the ears and giving yourself an intention for the class and the day ahead. What do you want to carry with you through today? Maybe it's energy, or power, or strength, whatever it might be. Let that sink in. And now with your lips closed, let's inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the nose, lift the head and drop the hands down onto your legs and slowly open your eyes. So let's inhale, bring both of our arms all the way up towards the ceiling, stretch up nice and tall. And then bring your palms to touch and exhale, bringing the hands down through heart center. And again, inhale, arms all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And then bringing your hands to either side of you, tenting up on the fingers and just dropping the right ear to the right shoulder here. And maybe moving your head back and forth a little bit. You can close your eyes again if it feels nice. Massaging out this left side of the neck. And then slowly coming to center, being nice and gentle as we move. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And again, maybe moving back and forward, closing the eyes if you like. And just feeling into this side of the neck here. Inhale here. And exhale. And then slowly coming back through center, inhale the arms up overhead and then interlace the fingers and bring them behind, bring your hands behind the head here. And on an inhale, we'll puff up our chest and push your chest forward, gazing up. And then exhale, curling in and bringing the elbows towards each other and curling the back. So the elbows are coming toward your belly here. And you can sway from side to side or maybe make a gentle bouncing up and down, whatever feels good for you right now. As we really stretch out the back here, inhale. Exhale, curl a bit deeper. And then inhale, coming all the way back up, open up the arms, open up the chest. And then exhale, release, shaking the arms out. And slowly bringing the soles of the feet together here. We're just going for a gentle butterfly stretch. So first of all, you can bring the hands up onto the ankles and then just knock the knees up and down like a fluttering butterfly. Inhale here. And then slowly exhale, slow the legs down, come to stillness and fall over your legs. If it's an early morning practice, I like to move a little bit more. So maybe you want to bring the hands down in front of you and start to sway from side to side. So we're really gently opening up the back body here, getting into the hips. And maybe tuck your chin in towards your chest so your neck stays nice and long. Feel that beautiful stretch opening in the glutes and the lower back, getting some relief here. Great stretch to do in the morning. One more inhale here. And exhale. Beautiful. And slowly walking the hands back, coming towards the body, bringing the soles of the feet down flat on the mat and bringing the hands behind you. And we'll just knock the knees from side to side, getting a nice internal and external rotation of the legs here. A gentle way to get the hip joints open and moving before the day starts, which is great if you sit a lot of the day. And when you're ready, coming back to stillness, and we'll cross over the legs and make our way into a tabletop position. So coming onto our hands and coming onto our knees, we're going to spread our fingers out nice and wide here. Shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. And what's a morning class without some cat-cows? So as we inhale, drop the belly, open the chest and gaze up. And exhale, push the mat away and gaze towards your belly button and say hello. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, gaze up. And exhale, curling in. One more time, inhale, opening up. And exhale, curling in. And slowly coming over back into our tabletop position in the middle and walking our hands over towards the right here, dropping your head down again so you're lengthening the neck, and we're just going to kick the hips over to the left. And you should start to feel a nice stretch along the left side body. Try to breathe deeply here so we're really opening up the rib cage, expanding the lungs. And if you don't feel much, just try to walk a little bit further over to the right. Feeling that stretch all the way from the armpit down all the side of the body into the hips. And then slowly let's walk our hands through center and just come over to the other side. So we're going to slowly just dip the hips over now to the right side as we open up the right side body. Again, tucking the chin in towards the chest and breathing deeply. One more inhale here. Exhale. And then we'll come back to center here, staying as we are with the lower part of our body and just walking the hands out in front of you and drop the forehead down onto the mat. So we're coming into this beautiful melting heart pose, a great pose to open up the shoulders in the morning here, which can get really tight, especially if you are working seated or hunched over a computer here. This is a great stretch for you. And if your shoulders are already feeling nice and open, you can maybe drop the forearms down and maybe even the chest and the chin. Wherever you are, let's hold here for 2 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly lifting the head up and then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders here, tuck the toes under and slowly lift our hips up and back for our first timer facing dog. So we can start bending one knee at a time here, paddling out the feet, shaking the head, yes and no, allowing the head and neck to hang heavy and dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here. And exhale, letting go any tension that you don't need in this pose. Breathing, inhale. Exhale. And then slowly coming up onto the tiptoes, we're going to tiptoe our feet towards the top of the mat. Have your feet hip width distance apart. Bend the knees and slowly hanging over our legs. We're coming into ragdoll pose here. So you can stay with the hands rested on the shins or on the mat, or maybe you can grab opposite elbow with opposite hand and sway from side to side. This is a really great position to be in to get a spinal decompression here, so the spine is getting stretched in the opposite direction. If you think that all of our vertebrae are stacked on top of each other all day and the weight is going down the way into our pelvis, this way we can reverse that, take a little bit of relief off the spine and the lower part of the body, and moving the way that the blood is flowing with our heart over our head. Okay, slowly releasing the hands down, tucking the chin in towards the chest, and let's roll our way all the way up to standing. And then inhale, arms coming up overhead, and exhale, palms coming down to heart center. Beautiful. Now step to the top of the mat if you aren't there already, with the toes touching. We're going to come into one sun salutation A, just a little bit of movement and flow before we stretch a little bit more, and I send you off on your merry way. So as an inhale, we bring our arms up overhead, palms touch. And exhale, bend at the knees, coming down into our forward fold. Inhale, coming to flat back. And exhale, slowly stepping back into our high plank position, and drop the knees down, the chest and the chin, hugging the elbows in towards the body. On an inhale, push forward into our baby cobra. And exhale, release, tucking the toes under, hips come towards the heels, and we find ourselves into downward facing dog. One breath here, inhale, and exhale. And then slowly inhale, lift the right leg up off the mat into three-legged dog, bend the knee and open the hip. Let's take two big hip circles in one direction here, and then the other direction. And then straightening the leg out behind you into three-legged dog. And let's exhale, bring that right leg underneath the body and coming forward into one-legged pigeon. So flexing that right foot here, walking the back leg out and trying to make sure both hip bones are pointing towards the front of the mat. Come up onto the fingertips here and inhale, puff up the chest, gaze up. And exhale, let's come into our pigeon pose. So you can stay up on the hands, you can also be on blocks here, come onto the forearms, or you can rest your head into your hands. For my favourite stretch in the morning, inhale here. Exhale, let's sigh out the mouth. Really allowing yourself to release any tension that you might have in this nice glute area. We tend to hold a lot of tension here. A lot of stress can get dumped into the hips, so this is our time to let it go before the day begins. Start fresh. Inhale here. Exhale, sighing out the mouth again. Maybe coming deeper into the pose. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly coming up onto the hands again. We're going to tuck the back toes under and come back into our downward facing dog again. Bending one knee at a time, shaking the head out. Seeing how nice that right side feels in comparison to the left. And then when you're ready, we're going to even it out. So inhale, lift the left leg out behind you, three-legged dog, and then bend the knee and open the hip. We'll start to take two hip circles in one direction and the other direction. And then when you're ready, bringing the left knee underneath the body, coming forward into our one-legged pigeon pose on this side. Again, tensing onto the fingers, and inhale, puffing up the chest. And exhale, coming down onto your pigeon pose on this side. And again, we'll stay here for a few deep breaths as you really open up this side of the body. Inhale deep into the belly. Exhale, sighing out mouth. Two more, inhale. Exhale. One last deep inhale together here. And exhale. Slowly coming back up onto the hands. And this time we're going to swing that right leg forward. So it's going to meet the left leg here. Shaking the legs out a little bit before we come into our final pose, which is a forward fold. So you can flex the feet here and also move the fleshy bits of your butt out to the side so you can sit up nice and tall. And when you feel comfortable here, you can inhale your arms up overhead and with the knees bent or straight, come into a forward fold. And now be gentle with yourself because it's early in the morning, so you don't want to force yourself into a pose. Just take it nice and gently. And while you're here, work with the breath. Imagine as you inhale, the crown of your head gravitating towards your toes. And as you exhale, you can fold deeper, relaxing any tension in the muscles, any muscles that you don't need to be holding any tension in. Inhale here. And exhale. 2 more deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Last inhale here. Big sigh out, exhale. And then slowly let's chin in towards the chest, roll our way up to seated. And find ourselves into a cross-legged seated position in the middle of the mat like at the beginning of class. I just want you to inhale our arms up overhead, palms touch, hands in front of heart center, and then move one hand to your left shoulder, and you can either use both hands or your right hand on your left shoulder, and just give yourself a nice massage. I think it's funny, we have all the tools that we need to give ourselves, well, not in all parts of our body, a nice loving massage in the morning. So just start gently massaging any part of the body that you feel tension in, or any part of the body that you think feels love or feels good. Maybe massaging the hands, maybe you want to massage the legs or the feet. And if you did on the other side, start massaging with the left hand, the right shoulder. Really feeling into the body, giving yourself some love. If you start your day with a lot of self-love and care, then hopefully that can continue with you for the rest of the day. And whenever you're ready, coming back to stillness, hands all the way up again. One last time, reach tall. And exhale, palms in front of the heart, closing the eyes and taking just one last moment to come back to that intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of class. And see if you can carry that intention with you throughout the rest of the day. Bowing your chin towards your chest in a moment of gratitude for yourself showing up today on the mat. You could have just rushed off to work or wherever you needed to do, but no, you took the time for yourself and your body and your mind. And not only will that benefit you, but most likely those around you. So thank you. One last deep inhale together. And this time, big exhale. Slowly opening the eyes, shaking out anything that needs to be shaked. And thank yourself for showing up today. It was an honor to be here with you this morning, and I can't wait to see you again. Thanks.